There are alien races that have tasked themselves with negotiating peace among different races and planets. They consist of Arcturians, Syrians, the Lion race, and others who have yet to be named or discovered. These races are real and meet up frequently to discuss intergalactic matters. Earth is a planet that they have been tasked with preserving and enlightening. These beings are able to communicate with us through high levels of consciousness. They have long known how to send transmissions to open receivers. During a recent hypnosis session with Ariana, this council of alien races came through to weigh in on current affairs. This is their message.
We are beings of what you would consider extraterrestrials, and we are here to tell you that what is going on your planet Earth is not solely a situation that is happening on planet Earth. It is also happening on a galactic level. There are negotiations and things of that nature happening right now. There's war happening because there is something on a specific piece of land that another country wants that is valuable, and we are attempting to intervene without affecting your evolutionary process. Eventually, you will see us. However, right now there are some things that need to be sorted out between governments and intergalactic governments and councils, because Earth is a planet that belongs to all humans because they are of this Earth. But there are beings and even governments that feel that they own the planet. There's no one being that owns the planet. There's no one race that owns the planet. This planet is a living library. Multiple beings have implemented parts to this planet. So some people preserve these things because they are studying it, they are gifting it. The words Garden of Eden come to mind based on your texts. Yes, Garden of Eden comes to mind based on her memory bank and her intellect. That is the word that I'm using. That's what Earth is. A Garden of Eden. So it's important to treat it as such, respect the Earth. But right now, we are assisting in what is happening. Some people might consider it a galactic war, but we are not at war. We are only here to assist with bringing peace amongst races, amongst yourselves, which is really important at this time. We are a collective of beings. If you need to know which beings, Arcturians, Syrians, what you would consider the Lion race, you're here. We are formulating this transmission as a collective. Ariana likes to use the word speakerphone. That is what this is right now. We are all on speakerphone, giving you this message on what is happening and giving you an update.
Are there other ETs or beings that are opposing you?
Yes, there are, but we are here trying to make the peace because, like in any planet, there are negative beings, positive beings, good intentions, bad intentions, but there are diplomatic ways of handling things. So there are beings who are opposing this, but we are trying to find the best way to negotiate a solution that is fair to everyone.
Is there anything that we can do to help you in the way that you are assisting us?
We want you to take better care of yourselves. That is really important. This pandemic, what you call a pandemic, showed you that you need to care for yourselves in the best way possible, physically, mentally, spiritually. Nurture your relationships, because as you do that, as you respect yourselves, as you nurture yourselves, you unite as a planet, you unite as a race, as a human race together. And once that happens, it won't matter where you come from. You will recognize that you are a being of planet Earth. The idea of skin color, language, appearance, sexual orientation doesn't matter. Throw all those labels out the window. You are beings of planet Earth. Become beings of planet Earth. You can be individuals, but be a collective as humans. So take care of yourselves mentally, physically. That's important.
Is there anything else that we should know?
Things are shifting. Things are going to change. You might see some drastic changes, which is okay. It's not to be alarmed. But as you continue to evolve and be more conscious, aware, taking care of yourselves, these changes and taking your power back from that last message, that's important too. These changes that are coming are going to benefit your evolutionary track. They are going to help you in technology. They are going to help you in aiding one another. They are going to help you expand. You will be able to travel to other planets as you continue your trajectory as humans. But it starts with the mind and yourselves first. You have to see yourselves as a race, as your own race altogether, not as separate countries, not as individuals, but as a planet Earth, or what we like to call it Gaia. You guys like to call it Earth.
So I'd like to ask if Ariana's consciousness has anything she would like to ask this collective.
She belongs with us. She is an ambassador of us. So we sent her down years ago, millions of years ago. But your time frame is different from our time frame. So we sent her down. We sent her spirit down. She's been many lifetimes here. We sent her spirit down from the times before the pyramids were created. She's actually witnessed them being created. But we sent her down to live many lifetimes here, to get acclimated, to understand how humans function, to understand their struggles, to understand them from their perspective, and she can report back. So she reports in and out to let us know from your perspective, because we're not down there. We don't know what humans are going through. Just recently, she spoke to her higher self. She spoke to what she considers her higher self, but we heard her as well, which was the suffering that's happening on a physicality. People are suffering and don't know what to do, don't know how to heal themselves. They don't know how to end the physical suffering for more mental clarity and spirituality. So when she was going through this experience, we sent her information. Another teacher from our library and gatherings, we sent her information for her to explore and apply, and that helped her very much. And now it's helping other people as well. So she is connected to us. She's from us. She's with us, which is why we're able to communicate through her and speak to you and whoever is listening or whoever will listen.
Earlier in the conversation, you mentioned that humans don't know how to heal themselves, and that is very true. And I'm wondering how and why that knowledge was hidden from us. Is that something that we did? Is that something that just happened? I'm just curious as to how that wisdom and knowledge became lost.
There is a few factors. One of the factors is that the knowledge fell through the cracks. You lost it. So as it was being handed down, it got diluted. The text got lost. The connection was severed. So you didn't have that information anymore. You had feelings and urges and intuitive senses about it, but the beings, humans that feel that they are superior than other humans, which is silly because you're all the same. Humans that feel that they are superior to other humans, they started to make you doubt yourselves and implement those ideas of doubt, fear. So as you settled in the doubt and in the fear, you begin to separate yourself from the universal knowledge of what is good for you on a healing level. When that happened, and we are speaking from your evolutionary process. So if you want it in a timeline format, it would be you were in tune, the information got lost, beings that thought they were superior than other beings, when in reality you're all the same. They implemented their doubts, their fears upon everyone else. They saw that this felt good to their ego. So they continued that process of implementing fear and doubt. And so now you are at an evolutionary state where you are surrounded by fear and doubts. And we see a lot of like what you call marketing strategies surrounding fear, doubt, companies that implement these things. The information has been so diluted and so lost that it's just been forgotten. And then now there's just the fear and the doubt. But things are clearing up. The fog is shifting. People are becoming aware. They're feeling it. They don't know it always on an intuitive sense, but they feel it. They know there's an answer. That's what we love about humans. They're persistent. Even in the negative form, they're very persistent. If you're going to be negative, they're very persistently negative. If they want to be positive, they shoot for the moon.